We got married. Uncle, I am afraid for my life. The man acts so weird. He will be asleep for the rest of the day. At night, he goes outside regularly. When he is outside, I hear a sound of an owl crying. So this other day, I was not feeling well. I woke up at midnight and saw him. Hello viewers, welcome once again to another episode of African Confessions HD, right here on Extraordinary Africa. If you're still new in this show, we publish lifetime confessions. Usually, we publish anonymously for their own safety reasons. In today's video, as usual, we have 3 confessions. Make sure you watch till the end. You will never miss out. Viewers, without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into the confessions. Our first confession is as follows. Hello, Extraordinary Africa. Can you please hide my identity? I am a woman from Port Elizabeth. My story is a bit long, but I will try to shorten. It started when I was a teenager. I was born in a family of 2, that's me and my sister. Our father was a taxi driver before he was imprisoned. He was charged for rape after raping us for money-making rituals. He was working in the city whilst we were staying with mom at the village. It is allegedly said our father wanted to boost the business by using juju. So he went to a local sangoma and got a charm. The ritual process wanted him to sleep with one of his daughters at least once a week. So one day, he called mom telling her we should move to the city. Dad told mom that he wanted us to access better education facilities in the city. No one disputed. We really wanted to learn in the city. After claiming that we should move to the city, Dad told mom that we should come alone and left here looking after the homestead. In less than 2 weeks, but before schools opened, we went to the city. Dad came to the rank, picked us and left us at the flat he was renting. He returned with chicken and chips takeaways and wine. Dad said he was very happy to see us, so it was time to celebrate. We were surprised. He never done that before. We ate and drank the wines. From then, I don't recall what later happened. I am only remembering waking up so tired and wet on my privates. I never suspected anything was wrong until my sis woke up complaining about the same. We remained quiet about it. I was still 10, my sister was still 13, we were still very young. We started school, always happy. Dad organized wine parties every Saturday. In 7 months' time after we arrived from the village, my sister felt sick. Dad told me to accompany her to the clinic. At the clinic, they said she was pregnant. We returned home in the company of 2 police officers. Arrived home, the officers stayed with us till Dad returned from work. They took him to the station, saying he was the first suspect. To cut it short, it was discovered that Daddy was the baby daddy of my sister's pregnant. He was imprisoned for 70 years after raping us. We were minors by then. This did not go well with mom. Dad really broke her heart and died of suspected high blood pressure the following year. So we were left with no parental guidance. We have that mentality, our father raped us. No man is good, no one is good. This forced us to go into marriages very early. My sister was the first to get married at the age of 14. She left me without no one to stay with. I started doing anything to get a living. At some point, I joined a gang of criminals, being their wife, cooking and helping with sexual favors. The mentality I was once raped by my father always ringed in my mind. I now have guts to do anything. I left the gang after the members arrested and taken to prison, went to another city and became a commercial sex worker. As a commercial sex worker, there is this rich client of me. The man is very rich. He could pay 10 times more my fixed price for a sleep. As we continued sleeping, we became closer and closer. We built a strong relationship till he was talking about marrying. After dating, I stopped commercial sex working as a person who was in a serious relationship. In not much time, we got married. Uncle, I am afraid for my life. The man acts so weird. He will be asleep for the rest of the day. At night, he goes outside regularly. When he is outside, I hear a sound of an owl crying. So this other day, I was not feeling well. I woke up at midnight and saw him with leathers and ears of an owl. The following day, he woke up very angry, threatening if I leave him, he is going to kill me. From that day, he has changed, acting so weird. Please publish my story as early as possible. I don't know what to do. I am in danger. I need advices. Yellow uncle, please publish anonymous. I am a woman from Zimbabwe, but I am currently residing in South Africa with my family. We came here mid last year. While still in Zimbabwe, I suspect my husband used to cheat on me, always beating me after I asked about that. Impregnated my relative. It was so painful. At some time, I attempted to commit suicide. Now I have stomach problems. Because of harsh economic conditions in our country, my husband moved to South Africa. I remained in Zimbabwe with our 3 daughters. My husband told us that he found a job, but he was sending nothing for the upkeep of the family. Instead, we heard rumors he was sending money to my relative he impregnated. Someone also told me he was now staying with another woman in South Africa. Because of anger, I decided to start to cheat on him too. There were local men already approaching for love. I wanted to get money for the upkeep of the family. I agreed our pastor's love proposal. He promised to give me a lot of money if I sleep with him. We start to date. The mistake I made is I was doing this in front of my children. They saw me coming with men each and every night. So after a year, I received a call from South Africa. It was my husband. He said he was in jail after allegedly charged with attempted murder for beating thugs who tried to rob him. He said he wanted us to come to South Africa to stay with him. We applied for all documents required and we came here in South Africa. Upon arrival, the first thing my husband told me was he was sorry for what his brother did to our family. It was not him who impregnated my relative, but it was his brother. Pleading guilty was just a way to build a good relationship between me and his family. I was shocked. I have rushed. We moved on with life. So now my daughters are starting to misbehave. When their father is out with work, it's either they sleep at nightclubs or bring men in the house. To worsen it, most of the men are way older than them. I am now powerless. They threatened to tell their father if I complained or tell him. I am keeping quiet, but deep down inside, I am hurt. I can't see my daughters dying. What's your advice to me? Thank you, Uncle, if you publish this story of mine. Nice solution, Uncle. Please keep me anonymous. I am a 27-year-old lady. I have been experiencing something lately. So, I always dream about something. It happens exactly as I dreamed it. It started when I was in high school, when I dreamed my mother passing, and she did. And now, I have been dreaming a lot, and it happens. Even when I say something is in anger, it happens. I told my baby daddy that I wish she got hit by a truck. It happened. Last year, December, but he survived. I don't want to believe I'm spiritual or something. Has anyone experienced something like that? I am also dreaming of lotto numbers. They are always correct, but my religion is against gambling. Yes, that was it for today. I would like to thank every viewer who was tuned in this episode of the show right here on Extraordinary Africa. To the first confession, my sister, thank you so much for sharing that story. We have learned from your story, but you need to move forward with your life. You need to move forward with your life. You are living at a dangerous place. Find a way to escape. Go to a God-fearing church. Search for a God-fearing church soon after leaving that house. Start praying and fasting. A lot of people should know your story. A lot of people should know your story. We'll be with you in prayers. That's my advice to you. In my own opinion, I'll leave to comment section. Maybe there can be someone with anything to add. But for today, our prayer is, Jesus, I'm grateful. I can rely on your truth each day because your word is never changing. As I continue to study your word, help me to practice what I learned from you. Help me to think like you, serve like you, give like you, love like you, more and more each and every day. To the second confession, my sister, I would like to thank you. We are learning from these stories. My sister, I think you should send someone to talk with your children, and they should not know that you are the one who you have sent that someone. It might be someone from your church or a counselor. Also, you need to pray, my sister. You need to pray fast. Join a God-fearing church. Invite them to do services at your house. I think everything will change with time. Your daughters will start to behave. What you only need is to remain faithful and focused with your life. It happens in life. Yes, you've gone wrong, but it happens in life. We need to move forward. Everyone has his own past. That's it. So don't worry. Stop worrying, my sister. I think that's my advice to you. But I will leave to comment section. A lot of people have advices for you right now, right down there. Look, right down there. They are ready to help you. To the final confession, my sister, as of me, I don't know much about the spiritual side of the life, but I'll leave to comment section. Maybe they are pastors, spiritual people, everything like that. Yes, viewers, that was it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let's comment. Let's help these relatives and friends of us. Let's bring out them from this mud. God will reward us in return. That was your host, Solution Uncle. I'm signing out. Let's meet on Saturday morning at exactly 6 a.m. We will be publishing another confession. Thank you so much. Bye for now.